Hello. Oh. This is already running, by the way. This is going to be a long video, and I don't care.
You never care if it's long or not.
Anyway, so we are here. We are building a pedalboard for a very special project that I've been working on with a secret guy for quite a while. You can't know who it is, Mr. Secret.
I do know who it is.
Oh. Well, then you can't know who it is. So this guy approached me and said, you know stuff about pedalboards. And I said, no, I really don't. He didn't trust me. And he said, can you help me out? And I said, I'll try. And he says he wants to have a mobile board. Duh.
Makes sense.
He wants to have a board that can go directly into the mixer, directly into the front of house. He says, oh, wait, I got to get the guitar, too. Entertain.
Yeah. I really don't know what to say right now. I'm sorry. This was too plötzlich. Sudden.
Too plötzlich.
Too sudden.
He has this guitar, which is funny because I have this guitar. Otherwise, I wouldn't have this guitar here.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. It's a Fender Road One Telecaster. Clocks in at about $1,300. So he has exactly that guitar, and he wants this to go directly into the board. And he said he needs a slightly break-uppity clean sound, so not super clean, a little bit of compression maybe. Needs a simple delay, simple reverb, a little bit of analog delay, a little bit of that other one, digital delay, and a warm, round rhythm sound, a singing lead sound with a lot of sustain, and some sounds that are just a little bit overdriven. So that's not a problem with the drives. It's all easy. The big question was, how do we go directly into the board? My first idea was this. What's this? What is this?
It's a Hughes & Kettner Tubemeister Deluxe 20.
Because the Deluxe 20 is under €700. It's a full amp with 20 watts, power amp, preamp, all this, and it has a very good DI. You can't completely turn the amp off. So there's a built-in load box, so you can go without a speaker without breaking the amp, and go DI, and you have a few options, a big cab, small cab, vintage, modern, and it actually is a good sounding direct solution. Not tons of options, but it's a very good sounding direct solution. Plus, it has an effects loop, and is the loop, wait, can we program the loop? No, we can't program the loop. And when you don't go directly into the board, you would actually have the options of using a real cab at home and actually playing with the real amp and actually, hearing it without using headphones. So this would be a nice solution. And you don't even have to have it in the back of the stage. You could have this right next to your board, run short cables, and that's it. So that was my first solution. And I actually built a board for him with the effects that I thought I would have on there. And this amp, made him a little video, sent it to him, and said, this would be my solution. And he said, so look for a different one. He didn't like the idea of Hughes & Kettner, simply for the reason that it just didn't feel right, because for some of us, Hughes & Kettner never felt right. Same for me. This amp feels right. Sometimes you change your mind about a company. And I looked for a different solution. So we have the Le Clean, which is actually Le Clean.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I'm not making...
I know.
I'm not putting the Le there. They did the...
Yeah, I know.
Maybe that's why I started doing the Le pedal.
No, I think you did that before.
So this is a preamp pedal. It has a loop. It has it has 3 different sounds, I think. No, yeah. And it has a DI out with a pretty decent speaker simulation. So you could use this on your board. It's $299. Go in with the pedals and use it DI. It has MIDI, So you could actually switch those sounds with MIDI. That would be a solution. Didn't necessarily really convince him the way that... it's not necessarily exactly what he wants. So another solution would be using the Le Clean with a 2 notes cab, which is an impulse response loader. No load box, so you can't plug your amp in here. Not the speaker out of your amp, let's put it this way. You could run the effects loop of your amp into this. And that, of course, gives you all the options for cabs and power amp simulation that you want. So you have a preamp here, power amp simulation, and any kind of cab you could possibly imagine. That is $499. So we're looking at $800 here with those two, and that's a good pedalboard solution. But again, also a pretty big pedalboard solution because you need the space. And since this one's 500 milliamps 12 volt and this one's 300 milliamps 12 volt, you also need to have a power supply that can handle this and all the other pedals, which means looking at a pretty costly power supply. Well, then Mr. Secret actually played the Houston Kettner and said, this might not be such a bad solution. He actually really started to like the idea. And, well, guess what? That's what we're doing. That's my pull moll.
That's mine.
It's actually even sadder than A minor. A-moll, pull moll. It
wasn't funny.
Should we try to... These are cough drops, and they're called pull moll. And moll is the German word for minor. So, A minor, pull minor, it's even if you speak German, it's really not the best joke.
It's not funny.
It's not horrible, I mean, it's not good.
Really not.
So, sorry, Guillaume, we didn't go for your products. I tried. They are damn good, though. So, what we're gonna do is, we're gonna build...
That looks dangerous. Yeah.
Like a shark.
No.
So we're gonna go for the Houston Kettner Tubemaster 20, Deluxe 20. I really think that for the money, this is a killer amp. It is a little bit bright, a little bit lean in the bass, but when you're playing in a band, that's just perfect, and it has a very good DI out. I also suggested the new Tubemaster Deluxe Grandmaster 40, which is the upgraded Grandmaster 36, which has built-in effects, full MIDI capability, and 4 channels, fully programmable. And with that, he would have had pretty much all the sounds he needs in one amp with the DI out. But he wants some moldability through pedals, which with the Grandmaster he wouldn't have had. He says he knows at some point he wants to have different pedals, so we want to start with the board. Okay? So what we're doing is we're hooking this up later, and now we'll see what he sent us, which is pretty much the stuff we talked about for month and month and month. I can't say months.
Months.
I can't say that. By the way, if I gotta push a little bit. Through this whole experience, I realized, well, maybe some of you want your personal sound advice. Have me put together a couple of pedals, send you a quick video, see what they sound like. If you want that, my time is limited a little bit. So I need, when you go to my Patreon account, one of the rewards, I think it starts at $50, is I'll do exactly that kind of shit for you. I'll help you find the tone that you want. I'll help you build the board that you want. If you want to know, hey, what does that pedal sound like in that amp, I'll quickly do it and show you. But I can't do that for all of you just like that. And a billion of you, it is actually a billion, have already written me through Facebook or wherever and asked me questions every day. And I try to help wherever I can. But obviously I'll guide you through all the steps. I can't do that, every day for free. I hope that's okay. Go to my Patreon account, check out the rewards. I have to plug it a little bit.
Yeah. As long as I'm still a reward.
You are a reward. You come and you make them cookies at home. At their home.
All right. I still want to get paid for that.
I don't know. I wonder. Okay. It's built to him, but it comes to me. See, there's his name. See.
Oh my. Secret information.
Okay. This is weird because this is not the power supply we agreed on. Those aren't the droids you're looking for. Get that?
Yes, I did.
Get it? That's from Star Trek.
I thought it was Battlestar Galactica.
It is from Battlestar Galactica.
Okay, that's what I thought.
That actually is not the power supply we agreed. But now I'm curious because it's actually one that I want to check out. Frederic, why did you send that one? See how I cleverly changed the name?
Yes, yes. That's what's also fun.
Holy crap, that's big.
That's what she said. Can I open it?
Open it. I'm curious about this now. Oh, it's so tiny. Look how cute.
Oh, that's what she said, I guess.
So how do you spell that? How do you pronounce that? This is actually the power supply.
That's adorable.
It is the Strymon Ojai. Ojai. The Ojai.
May I?
No, it's not the Mayai, it's the Ojai.
No, I won't.
Do I have to wait for you or?
I'll do it later.
Yeah, guys, this is actually the power supply. How fucking cool is this?
It's really cute.
Well, the cool thing is it has 5 outputs of 500 milliamps each. That is serious power supply balls in a small package. It has an input for, it comes with a little, it comes with this box. So this is something that's going to have to be outside of the pedal board, I guess. Or maybe we can manage to put it underneath. We'll see. So this is how this works. You plug this thing in here. And then this connects in here. So this is actually the wall wart. But this can be under the board. And that is super light.
Oh, wow.
There's nothing. It's apparently I don't know how this works.
That's crazy.
And it's 5 times 500 milliamps. The cool thing is it has a slave through, meaning if he needs more power later, he gets another one, slaves it through, puts it right there, or puts it somewhere else on the board, wherever his new pedals are, and that's it. So you don't have to get a whole new power supply, you just get another one of these and slave it through. That is pretty damn cool. I'm curious to see how that installs. So that's what we're going to use. The Strymon Ojai, or Ojai, OJ.
OJ.
Ojai. I have no idea. Cool. For drive, we were hoping that the new TC pedals deliver. We were waiting for that. The drives don't. So we're going for an old TC pedal. Because the dark matter is a good, thick drive. Very nice. So we're using Le Dark Matter. That's what we're doing. Mm-hmm. Then you have there the...
It's a Harley Benton pedal.
We wanted a 2B screamy thing for the low gain stuff. So we went for the Harley Benton Vintage Overdrive because you can take this... Oh, let's see what's going on here.
Not nice.
Ew.
Yeah.
There's sticky stuff on there. I'm going to have a talk with... And we know exactly who we have to talk to. What are they doing?
Ew.
You know, like your mom always like...
No.
Your mom never did that?
No.
What is this?
It's up.
Well, Frederic, you're getting this one because... Doesn't really matter, but there's kind of a sticky... Or maybe it's scratched. What do you think? There's something on it.
Something on top of it.
Yes, it's a €29 pedal, but still... it's not the presentation that you want.
No.
We're going to have to write an email tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Of course, there's monkeys on it, because why wouldn't there be monkeys on it? It's baugleich. It's similar to or exactly the same pedal as the Joyo Vintage Overdrive, and it is pretty much, it sounds exactly like a Tube Screamer. It sounds exactly like the Ibanez here, the Tube Screamer Mini, or any of those. This is actually the basis that JHS uses for mods. So it's a good pedal. You want the purple one?
Yeah.
For a analog delay, the Echo Brain was too experimental for me. Too much at sometimes.
Too crazy.
Too crazy. So I suggested, let's go for the limited edition Thomann Works with T-Rex Playback, which is bigger, but it has tap, and it's a much more subtle analog delay, and it's analog style delay. It's probably digitally produced, and it's a good box. Same goes for the Sky Surfer, which I thought would be a good, but this is, I think, 89 or 79 instead of 49. Yeah, it's a little bit more, and it's a little bit bigger, but it's a solid reverb from that 60th anniversary Thomann T-Rex series. So those are the analog delay and the reverb that we're going with. Bigger, but okay. And he wanted a bigger board anyway, so no biggie there. Huh, get it? Oh, can you grab the Prophet? It's, no, up, yeah. And because they're not out yet, but he wanted it, he's getting the Prophet from TC Electronic, because that's a decent digital delay for $49, and we're putting that on there. It clocks in quite a bit on the weight, but it's a good digital delay, and that's what we're smacking on there.
It's so small.
That's what she said.
More yellow comp.
The More Yellow Comp is a beautiful compressor for clean stuff, because it has this EQ knob on it. And you can add high end to it, high end sparkle. So I've used this on boards quite a while, but it is a clone of, can you grab the one at the very bottom all the way to the right?
Here?
Yeah. You gotta lift that a little bit.
Open the drawer.
Yeah, I built that drawer myself, so that's why it doesn't work. That's why it doesn't work.
That's why I can't open it. Okay.
This is pretty much a rip-off of this. Yes, this is over 200, and this is, I think, 69 or something like this. And obviously also the size matters. Since I have this, I would try to find space for this on my board instead of this. But sound-wise, that's kind of, the direction was clear, and you didn't want to spend that much money. Thank you. So that's where we're going for compression. We looked quite a while for loopers. And what looper should we use? He was really pushing for the FXL8 by Harley Benton, which is the FXL Pro, which is identical to the Joyo PXL Live, which is not confusing at all, because Joyo has a PXL Pro and a PXL Live. But the PXL Live in Harley Benton is called the FXL Pro.
Right.
Can you follow me?
I can actually follow you, but it's confusing.
It's dumb as shit.
Kinda.
That Harley Benton goes and takes the Joyo PXL Live, calls it FXL Pro, when there's actually a Joyo PXL Pro.
Yeah.
Why not call it FXL Live? Harley Benton, what the fuck? But it is a little bit more complicated to program, and it is super solidly built, but I had a better feeling with the Moen GEC8 Junior, because it's really one of the thinnest and smallest loopers you can find. It's a solid build. It's not this much more expensive. It's only $200. And it's extremely small, easier to program. I think they changed it around. What the? Where are the? I hope these things light up. Because it looks like... Okay, we'll find out. Mine looks a little bit different. This looks cheaper. I'll get mine. Check it out.
I was gonna say it's long, but no, I'm not gonna say that.
Say it's long.
It's long. Is yours longer? I'm not being very entertaining again. Let's hope he comes back quickly. Uh-huh.
Well, see, mine has these...
Yeah.
Foot switch 1, foot switch 2 is now over here.
You want to show it?
Yeah. Well, we'll see. See, the bottom one is the new one. Top one is mine. And so on mine, you can clearly see that there are lights. And here, maybe they are just hidden behind. I don't know. I don't know how it works. But I will find out. So the good thing about the... Take mine. About the GC8 Junior is tuner out. Oh, he forgot to send me the tuner. I think he's got a Polytune Mini. I guess I have to put mine on there as a placeholder. Wherever it is. Oh, second drawer from the top. All the way to the right. No, actually, no.
No.
Actually, I'm gonna have to find it.
Okay.
So, we have 8 loops, whereas loop number 8 can be separated. That's the one that's going into the effects loop, which means we're gonna have both delays and the reverb in the effects loop in the same loop. So the downside of that is if he only wants the reverb, he has to manually turn the delays off before the song. But hey, okay? And it has 2 switches, which is fine for the using Kettner. That should be enough. But of course it means we need a stereo cable, which he didn't send any cables. So I'm gonna have to use all my cables and then just bill him $1 bajillion for it. So that's what we're using. Kind of, why did they change it? I think mine looks better, and then the Junior is that weird Chinese, Japanese looking, it just doesn't look right.
Yeah.
I think mine looks better.
Yeah, I like yours better too.
Really?
No.
So, for a pedalboard, he wanted to use a Harley Benton. I couldn't say anything about it because I've never had one. I've never tested this, and with a soft case, this clocks in at I think $89. You can't really say anything bad about that because the equivalent rock board or pedal train is quite more expensive. So we went for an 80 centimeter board because, you know, in the future he possibly wants to upgrade. Personally, I don't like the boards with the feet. Yes, you can change the height of these, but I don't. We have a thing for the
Power supply.
I don't know how this works.
There's stuff.
Is it a rubber band? Could be rubber band to hold the power supply. We'll figure it out, but it's definitely a nice and large.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Nicely large power supply, so we can smack this thing here, and I love this because it's only the lower rail, and that's it. And we still have a shitload of space. He has a wah, which is a Morley Bad Horsey Steve Vai wah, and that thing is huge as fuck. So we need the space, and I have one. Remind me to get the Morley Bad Horsey. We're gonna use Rockboard flat cables. See if we can work with those. And now we're gonna put the whole thing together in 4-speed, 8-speed, whatever.
Yeah, quickly.
Yeah, we're gonna set up a table. You can follow us doing that. Don't expect us to explain anything because we told you what's happening, and then at the end we'll show you how the whole thing works. Hello. I'm looking in this direction where the camera usually is, but there's no camera, so it's...
Yeah.
Hello. I'm looking in this direction, but there's no camera. It's weird. I'm going to continue looking at this in this direction because you got a bald guy here, so what do you need me for, really?
I'm not really bald today.
Jörg, again, from Metallica, which is Metallica just in more mine. Right?
But not like gold mine or salt mine. It's a different mine.
It's like yours and mine. They just write it with an A. Because they're idiots. I don't know. Apparently they are the best ever Metallica band in their town of 7 people. I don't know. I don't know. They're like he's definitely the best Kirk Hammett impersonator in his house.
Not really. I'm too fat.
That's the only thing. So here we are, and the guitar that he has is that thing that Frederic is playing. We built the board, and we decided because we have the space, we just smacked the Houston Kettner Deluxe 20 right on it.
One could say we went slightly overboard. Get it?
Yeah, that's so funny.
I know.
Here we have the Morley. Give me some clean sound. Go. For those porn sounds, you know? Because you need the waka chicka waka chicka waka chicka bow bow. You know? Okay. We have the polytune, which works when you hit the T. Can you see that in this camera? Yes. When you hit the T, it goes to the polytune. Then in loop number 1, we have the yellow comp. Loop number 2, the vintage overdrive. Loop number 3, the dark matter. These 3, the Prophet, the playback, the ghost, are all in loop number 8, which are in the effects loop of the Houston Kettner Deluxe 20. With the 2 foot switches, which are connected with a TRS cable to the back of the amp. You can actually easily switch all the switching functions on the amp. So what you'd have to do when you come to a gig, smack your Deluxe 20 on there, input 3 cables in the back and the XLR cable for the direct. What you're hearing right now is the Redbox AE connected with an XLR cable, and we are on. Don't anybody look at my ass, please.
Nobody wants to see it.
Really not.
It's a vintage cab, but with a large setting. So it's vintage large. That's what they say about me. I'm vintage large.
Yeah,
No,
backside.
no one says that.
No one says that.
Just the backside.
So we're gonna go. I'm gonna use this video as a little bit of a manual, a tutorial for Frederic. So Frederic, here you have arrow down and arrow up, which means those are your banks. Each bank has 4 sounds, A, B, C, D, as you can clearly read. So we're going to go to bank 1, sound A, which is, as you said, it should be a clean sound, but not really clean, slightly broken up. So for that, we have... I'm looking here for which loops are on. We have loop 1 on, which means the yellow comp, and loop 8, which right now only a spring reverb. And as you can see, foot switch 1 and 2 are on, but I didn't even look at these switching states. I just look at the amp. It's clean, and we set up the amp so it's slightly driving. So Jörg, give me some open sounds, open chords.
It's just the neck pickup, okay?
Yeah, neck pickup.
Good.
Perfect. So if he wanted that...
Maybe the bridge pickup?
Yeah, do bridge pickup. Bridge. So if Frederic wanted that with the Prophet in it, what he would have to do is manually actually turn it on, and then he has the Prophet in it. Go. Or with the playback in it. Go. and that's tappable, or in French, le tappable. Actually, someone commented, did you see that? That there is no word for tappable in French, and he just made it le tappable, which is pretty cool. We just made up a French word.
Yeah. Awesome.
That's how we are. So we go to 2, which is just a little bit of a crunchy thing. It's actually just a vintage overdrive into a clean channel.
Slightly more gain. It's good.
Yeah. More gain, which is just the lead channel of the Houston Kettner without anything.
Totally enough.
And even more gain, which is the boosted lead channel of the Houston Kettner.
Ooh.
Okay. I'm gonna go to bank 2, where on A I have a different clean sound, which is really just there's nothing. It's just the clean channel without any compression. Oops. Go. Okay. On 2 I have, I don't even know. Oh, that's a vintage overdrive with some effects on it. Beautiful. And 3 is, well, nothing really. And we have a high gain lead sound, which I think is... That's the compressor, the vintage overdrive, into a boosted Houston Kettner. So it's a lot of gain, and with this guitar there, we will have noise issues. So either using a noise gate in addition to what we have here would be a good idea, or playing very cleanly.
Highly recommended.
Yeah, playing highly cleanly, that's you.
Oh, nice. A noise suppressor. Highly recommended.
Play some leads here and play cleanly. Okay, so how do you operate this magic kingdom of pedals? It's actually fairly simple. We're gonna go to bank 3A. What do we want? We want a clean channel on the deluxe. How about this?
Awesome.
Clean channel, some effects with the dark matter. So what you do is you hold in program. That's it. L tells you that you're now operating the lower 4 loops, so 1, 2, 3, 4, so that these things are now actually just switching on 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I want the dark matter, it's 1, 2, 3, I turn on this one. Then you can see LH right here. So if you hit program shortly, just click it, it goes to H, and now it's 5, 6, 7, 8, and I want to turn on 8. That's it. So on low, we have 3 on, as you can see, and on high, we have 8 on. It even tells you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very simple. If I want to change the switching on the H and K, I just hit this thing, and I don't even have to look at FS1, FS2. I just look here and see what I want. I want a clean channel. Done. So I hit it as many times as I want to get the lights on the Houston Kettner. So right now I have a dark matter directly into my effects. I hold program in, and it's programmed. Jörg, see what that sounds like.
Hopefully good.
So it's actually fairly easy. If all I wanted is just, let's say, the boosted Houston Kettner, I go to B, I turn all my loops off. First I hold in program. On low, I want 3 off, which I now have off. And I hit this blue thing until I get lead and boost, which I just got. So there you go. Hold it back in. Done. So here I have a dark matter with effects. Do that. And here I have the boosted Kettner without anything. T will get me to the polytune. Wah works whenever you hit it. Power supply is nice and easy and doesn't go anywhere without actually attaching it firmly. The rubber bands just hold it in place. That works beautifully. And other than that, that's a very simple setup. The Ohai allows us to put more shit on here. If we want even more shitty shit, we just get a second Ohai and chain it through. There's definitely enough space for more pedals. Since this is not top-loaded, we can definitely get more stuff here. And we could always choose to put the amp somewhere else. But this is kind of cool because we're using short cables. And we have, 1, 2, 3, 4... 4 loops completely free for more shit. So you come to a gig, smack this thing down, take your Kettner out of the soft case, put it on and plug in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cables, go into the mixing console and you're done. All the sounds you heard were direct out of the Redbox AE. I think setup would take, what do you think, a minute? 2 minutes?
Probably.
Well, taking out of the...
With sound check, 5 minutes.
Okay, 5 minutes. 5 minutes is pretty much as long as your guy takes to put his mic on the cab, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
So, definitely a very convenient setup. So what are we looking at in terms of price? Kiana, what are we looking at in terms of price? How much did we pay for this?
I didn't pay anything.
Exactly. It was completely free because it's not our board. It's Frederic's board. But add it up. Kiana, math. Here we go. 200.
No.
200.
No.
Kiana, 200.
No.
200, come on. 200.
Yeah.
And 90.
290.
Okay. He already owns this, he already owns this, so I don't know. I have no... How much
Don't
is the
we have-
Morley Bad Horsey?
don't We have like a bill.
Oh, I don't know.
Huh?
Isn't there a Rechnung, a bill, right there?
Yeah. Yeah, why don't you look at that?
Okay.
Probably 250.
Yeah, it doesn't have
It
any price.
doesn't have any pricing. Okay, let's... hey! Let's see. We're gonna figure this out. Roughly, okay? Where's my thing to add things up? What do you call
Calculator.
that? Calcumin. Now I'm in Facebook.
It's an addiction heading.
Okay, so
200.
200 plus, what's the Morley Bad Horsey?
Actually, I have no idea.
I'm gonna say 140.
I would say 180.
Let's say 150.
But again,
Let's say used
I have
150.
No idea.
Polytune is probably like $60, is $70, plus 70. The board is 89, which is very cheap, plus 90. Plus more yellow comb, I'm gonna go and say 59. Plus 59, plus 30 for the vintage overdrive, plus 50 for the dark matter, plus, what am I doing here?
Hopefully math.
Plus 50. Something is completely off here. We're gonna start over. 200 plus... 200 plus 150 plus, here we go. 60 plus 59. Here we go. Plus 59 plus 30 plus 50 plus 49 plus 50 plus 9. I think that's 69 each. Plus 79 plus 79, that's all roughly. The OHI is 169, I think, plus 169. So cables. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 times 4, 60. Is that true? I'm gonna say 70 and overcharge him. Frederic, the cables are $80. Plus $80 for cables.
You're just a cheap.
Well, I also threw in the daisy chain cable, which he didn't have. And the amp is 666 because that's metal. What?
What the hell did you just do?
What just happened? What just happened?
He doesn't know how to use a calculator.
What did I do?
I can't do maths, but at least I know how to use a calculator.
How do I go back?
That doesn't
Go
work.
back, Siri, go back. It was like 1,080, right?
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Plus 666.
Oh, look, it works. Amazing.
Shut your trap. I don't know. So it's about $1,750, $1,800. I'm gonna go with 1800. So for 1800 you get a board, effects, everything you need, and an amp to go direct into the PA system. Or alternatively, you get a cab for $200 and play the whole thing with the cab. If you wanted a monitoring on stage.
Why don't do both? You need to feel your sound on the stage. Just simply as that.
Depends on how loud you are.
Doesn't matter.
Says the guy who probably plays like 7 full stacks behind him.
Nope.
You play a 212, right?
Just one.
With an amp with how many watts?
I think
What?
it has 120.
Nah.
With
The VH4 150.
It has 100 watts. But with the 6 power tubes, I think it might have 120. But I don't care.
What kind of weak ass amp are you playing? That's not metal. 120. Pfft. Wuss. Okay, so Frederic, this is how it works. There's your board. Yeah, piss off now. There you go. We built it. It works. You're gonna have to dial in the sounds yourself and kind of find out where they are. I don't want to do this for you because first of all, I don't want to do this for you, and secondly, if I do it, how are you ever gonna learn? And thirdly, you need to know actually where the sounds are, and because each bank only has 4, you have to. You gotta, So
He just doesn't want to do it.
I just don't want to do it. It's too late. So there you go. I'm gonna send you a bill for all the stuff I put on there. Of course, the profit is $299. The cables were what, 400?
I thought it was 450.
450.
450.
Yep. I used the daisy chain cable.
That's at least 70.
That's at least $70 for the daisy chain cable. And this stereo cable. Stereo cables are incredibly expensive, right?
Yeah.
Stereo cables are very
extremely-
expensive.
Extremely
expensive.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna say probably $7.99 or something like that.
You're generous.
Yeah, that's a steal.
Absolutely.
That's a
what
steal.
a bargain.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Jörg. That's the guy from the VH4 video, by the way. From Main Talika, which is like, it's mine like the river. There's the Rhine and the Main, and there's the river Main, and because they're from the area, they do Main. Which is actually pretty damn cool. I mean, that's a pretty damn cool name. Like, if I was in Metallica cover band, which I never would be, because, then I'd have to play Metallica all day. But if I was in Metallica cover band, I can't even say that Metallica.
Yeah, but at least you could do that Titanic song. That's Metallica, right?
Oh, yeah, that I do that. Ah! I always think of, I will always love you, but that's not. What's
no.
that? How did that song go?
I actually never watched Titanic.
What? Of course, you know, Kirk Hammett played on that song, right?
Yeah,
On that
absolutely.
Celine Dion song?
Sure.
Yeah. You did!
Oh,
According to us.
near, far, wherever you are, I believe that my heart will go on.
Oh my god.
Once.
I think I have to slaughter somebody.
More, you open the door. He did a good job on that.
Oh really?
Yeah. He played his fuzz, his KHDK fuzz.
Yeah, it was amazing on
It was
that
amazing.
song.
Sure.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
I cried. If I'd watched the movie,
Yeah.
I would have cried.
Yeah.
Probably, maybe not.
I think Jörg wants to leave. Bye guys, thank you for watching.